Welcome to the podcast, welcome to the vodcast, welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. I'm Dean.
I am Brian.
I am Nick, and if you are new here, we are three friends talking about cool stuff, all kinds of pop culture things. We like to get together every so often and do that, and maybe some people listen to us.
Hey,
if
Nick.
You have it, yeah.
Nick, real quick, since I'm not very good at my job, either say the name of the podcast or open up your shirt for us.
We're Convincing Idiots.
Thank you.
Looks a little like this. You might see this image or maybe a different one including this gentleman here, Albert Einstein, on any of the places you like to get your podcasts, whether it be Spotify or Google or Apple. There's a plethora of them. They're listed on our Instagram account, which is at convincing_idiots. We also have a Twitter account, which is at Convincing Idiot, singular, and then of course
the pinned tweet is a list of these.
Is the list? Okay, great, awesome. There we go. So you can see them on Twitter as well, and then also head on over, search up on Facebook or YouTube. We are at Convincing Idiots there as well, or feel free to email us at convincingidiots@gmail.com.
Hey, and you know what? Real quick, before you do that, on Facebook, there we also have a Convincing Idiots group, don't we, Brian? That people can come and join and be a part of, and converse back and forth, talk about the show, talk about some ideas for the show, or just whatever nerd conversation you want to get into.
Yeah, you're right. So just find the group on our page, and just request to join, and we'll let you in. You're exactly right. So we can put extra conversation in there, like you say, show ideas, little fun things, and all that. So please join our nerd group.
Sorry, I'm not used to people telling me I'm right. It just feels weird.
Yeah, how about that?
Okay, yeah. Feel dirty, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, just like the Browns last weekend, even the sun shines, the dog's behind once in a while.
That's right.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Well, gentlemen, we actually have our first sponsor read.
Oh, yeah? Why don't you tell us about that?
In this global podcast. So, if you've listened to the shows since we started, we have a theme. I'm just like a voice cracking again. Theme of original music written by a personal friend of ours, Aaron Blake.
He had to read that. Did you see his eyes? He had to read what his name was. Such a personal friend.
I know, Aaron.
Our personal friend, Aaron Balake.
Aaron.
Balake. No, but Aaron has a nice, successful insurance business in your guys' hometown, Barberton, Ohio. So Blake Insurance is an Erie insurance company, again located in Barberton, Ohio. So his company offers auto, home, renters, business, or life insurance that is above all in service. You can reach Blake Insurance. Give Aaron a call at 234-571-5359 or the website Blake Insurance, and it's BLAKE, as you might imagine, BlakeInsuranceLLC.com. And we'll post this on the site as well. And Aaron will give you a quote in 5 minutes for free. See if they can help you and your family's insurance needs. So thank you, Aaron, for the music. Thank you for the sponsorship and support of the show. We greatly appreciate that.
And I tell you, if you're gonna shop locally, you're gonna go to the local bars, your local, thrift stops, anywhere you want to shop local. Why not shop local for your insurance? He's in your hometown. You're going to see him at the grocery store. You're going to see him at the gas station. He's a great guy. I've known him, since probably freshman year in high school. Mm-hmm. One of the greatest guys I know.
Absolutely.
So really, if you want somebody who's going to treat you right, that's going to be there and respectful to you, and going to tell you exactly what you need, Aaron's the guy you want to call. And
straight up, even if he can't help you or he can't do a better rate than what you're already getting, he'll tell you that. He'll just be like, yeah, you're better off with what you're doing, and same deal. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to become close with Aaron, good friends with him now for 10 years, and this is an ad read and also us gushing over how much we love Aaron, but legitimately, he cut my auto insurance in half, like what I pay. So it's the same exact thing that I had. So, good dude. great guy, awesome company, and yeah, he'll do right by you. So go check out Blake Insurance.
Excellent. And if you out there would like us to read your sponsorship in front of tens of viewers and listeners as well, as we continue to grow, you get a cut rate right now, which is pretty much for free in support of the show, maybe a beer, but give us contact the show in the ways that Nick mentioned with the email or post it to our page or what have you, and we'll consider you as well. So
consider
maybe
you'll convince us to read your sponsorship out there. So
or you can go ahead and call Brian at 330.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, we'll do that later.
Yeah. So today, gentlemen, we thought we would talk about guy movies. So guy movies, what is a guy movie? You hear chick flicks, you hear guy movie, you hear that term. Everybody has an idea of what a good guy movie is. And I have different types of guy movies in my mind. I know we'll talk about that. So what in your minds make up a good guy movie? And then what are some of your favorite guy movies growing up? Maybe some of your favorite action heroes, guy movie heroes, and all of that. So that's what we're talking about today.
Like Ryan Gosling and The Notebook.
I tell you what. I know we don't really do lists anymore. We're kind of.
Well, we do sometimes. Maybe. Go ahead.
My list here. I have a big list. If you guys are ready, Debbie Does Dallas. She-Males and the Conqueror. Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy. I haven't seen that one.
I think we've gone into my personal. This is awkward.
This scene is illogical, Captain. We're not talking about those guy movies necessarily today.
Sorry.
Yeah, so just clear your search history, please. And just what other type of guy movies? So
it's just Leonard Nimoy's feet.
I'll have to look that up. Very good. That sounds intriguing. Yeah, I am not Spock's feet, something like that. I'm not.
Are his toes like the end of his ears, all like pointed and like
they do this?
Yes, yes, indeed.
I gave the Vulcan hand signal for the listeners there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to Nick first.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving right. So Nick, in your mind,
your list.
What are some things, Nick, that what makes up some guy movie traits in your opinion?
I guess like when you say like guy movie, I think of like action stuff, I guess, right off the top, right? Like,
what is the
action
one that
movies
comes, pops
like
into
when
your
you
head?
say guy movie, I think Die Hard.
That's exactly what I was
immediately.
Thinking. Yeah,
immediately. It's just an action movie, and it's John McClane being badass, and it's all that kind of stuff. That's what I think of. That's not necessarily what I don't know. There's lots of different versions of that, though. I think I mean, there's a lot of great comedy movies that could be considered guy movies or guy culture. I mean, you could look at something like I wouldn't consider like Rocky an action movie. It's not. I mean, there's action in it, but it's more of a sport drama thing.
Sure.
I wouldn't consider it action, I guess. So you could go a lot of different routes.
And I guarantee you get a group of friends together at least twice in the evening. Those guys, one of those guys, or multiple of those guys, are going to quote Anchorman.
Yeah.
To me, Anchorman is a guy movie.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with you. So the action, the drama like that, it's like a male perseverance of some sort. Like Rocky overcoming challenges and he's the underdog and all that. I agree with you with Anchorman. Yeah, that's a quotable movie, guy bonding and goofiness and stuff like that.
Even like there could be war movies even.
Sure.
Like what I think one of my favorites is Tombstone. Once again, not war movie, it's cowboy movie. It, gun shooting and whatnot. Val Kilmer looking like. Never mind. I won't go with that joke, but no, he was a.
Does this involve your search history as well?
No. But no, Val Kilmer was a badass in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that to me, that is one of my all-time favorite movies. It definitely could be my favorite guy movie as well. I mean, that to me brings together a lot of qualities. You got the first of all, you got the just guys are just a bunch of badasses anyway, and you want to emulate Doc Holliday and all those guys. You got the brothership. You got the brothers looking out for each other and stuff like that. With
friendship until he dies.
Yeah, you got the friendship and overcoming odds and all that type of stuff, and protecting your family and your town and all that stuff. So it just there's so many.
Kurt Russell goes up and slaps the shit out of Billy Bob Thornton in the beginning.
That's pretty good.
Who doesn't want to be a badass like that?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Billy Bob Thornton is probably my favorite part of that movie.
Yeah.
I
just want to just stand there and bleed.
Yeah.
Christ, it's like playing what he said. It's like playing cards with my sister's kids or something like that. Or my brother. Yeah.
Skin that smoke wagon, see what happens.
Yes, absolutely.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna have to now watch that again.
Then he comes after him with
a couple weeks.
He comes after him with the shotgun. They ignore him.
Right.
And Val Kilmer's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. I forgot you were there.
You can leave the gun on the ground.
You may go now." And he's like, "Just leave that shotgun."
So good. So good. Yeah, anybody asked me, that's probably is up there like my number one movie in general. Even.
Yeah. Oh, just period. It's your deal all the way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't get old. I've watched it recently. I showed Carter, and it still holds up.
Yeah. Obviously, just stuff that could never happen, probably. But still, it's just it's actually good. The storyline's great.
Surprising about it is, as in like what they wear, the guns and stuff. I mean, yes, the story's condensed and twisted to make into the movie. But as of the accuracy of what they wear, what they were shooting, they have the historical records keeper from the actual city of Tombstone that worked on the film to make sure that everything was accurate.
Very good.
That's cool. And the story was accurate, but condensed, broken down into
movies.
They removed some things, moved some timeline, but everything actually happened. The scene in the river where he kills Ringo.
Yep.
That actually happened.
Wow.
No. He killed Bill in the river, but
Curly Bill.
Curly Bill. That scene actually happened. By all the accounts, it was written in the books by both of the guys. And then Johnny Ringo, that's a little speculative. They don't know how he was killed up on that mountaintop, but that was probably a little.
But that scene when Val Kilmer walks out there to fight Johnny Ringo.
Yes.
With the tuberculosis earlier, and he's just smoking that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And he's sweating the whole movie, which is also.
Yeah, he just looks like shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I'll be a Huckleberry.
Yeah. One of my tops for sure. Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
And then for me, too, I mean, you talked quotable action. I mean, certainly guys in general that you want to look up to and emulate, Rocky is not a bad one there, but, like for me, James Bond is definitely one of those characters to where it's like, man, to fantasize being a guy like James Bond with just everything about him, from just the cool factor,
the gadgets, the
girls, the world traveling, License to Kill, his taste in everything. He knows all the the wines and the drinks and the food and the pairings and all that stuff. I mean, just he's definitely
very sophisticated. A man's man in the most sophisticated way.
Right. Absolutely. Another big one for me is, go ahead.
I was going to say, who's your favorite Bond?
That is a good question. Allie and I went back and watched Dr. No last weekend to kind of, remember Sean Connery passing away in 2020. Mm-hmm. Man, I hadn't seen that movie in a long time. Going back and seeing that first James Bond movie with Sean Connery, and the first time the camera's on him at the table, and he says Bond, James Bond. He's got this cigarette hanging out of the corner of his mouth,
Right.
playing the baccarat and all that stuff. I was like, man, that he looked the part. I mean, I grew up with Roger Moore in the 80s in high school and all that. And so, the Roger Moore movies were always on cable and stuff like that. So that's my Bond growing up. But I really like, I can't think of the new guy. What's the current guy?
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. I like him in that role for sure. I don't like what they're doing with that because they make him out. He looks like a guy that would be doing that as far as he gets his head beat in, he's beat up and tired and broken down and stuff like that. So, I like him in the role as well. Overall, I give the edge to Roger Moore just from a sheer entertainment and, me as a kid growing up and watching his movies. But is he the best? Probably not. So
there's like, how people have fan theories and put things together that doesn't probably match. But I heard a fan theory, which brings me into another guy movie that I didn't even thought of until just as now, is some fan theories say that Sean Connery in James Bond is still James Bond in The Rock. You remember the movie The Rock, Nicolas Cage?
Oh, yeah. Alcatraz.
Yeah.
God, that was great. That's a good guy movie.
That's a great guy movie.
That's a great guy movie. It really is. Yeah.
But some of the fan theory is that that's what happened to James Bond. He got sent away and whatnot. But but The Rock is a fantastic guy movie.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, what about do you look at like dad role? Are those different for you guys since you've grown up and had kids? So like,
what do you mean dad roles?
Like for me, like
the ones under your shirt.
No, that's the like the vacation movies, for example.
Hold on, I'm glad his fucking screen froze right now.
Yeah,
he deserves it. Now I just really got the joke that he said about the dad rolls under my shirt. I did get that now. These young punks, Brian. This is what happens when we let these young punks.
Like the rolls of fat. Is that what he's talking about?
Yes, my rolls of fat under my dad's shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
fun. And now karma has made him look like an idiot here, frozen.
Right over here.
Right over there.
We froze the millennial. Karma froze the millennial right over here, folks. You see that? Right over here. Yep.
He's going to have to get out and back in, I would assume.
Yep. All right, so
anyway, now we can do a real show.
The best show, one of the best shows we had, Dean, was just you and I riffing around the holidays.
It was good. You know what it lacked, though? Of us saying how shitty Jingle All the Way is. Let's do our top 78 reasons why we think Jingle All the Way is a garbage movie.
All right, number one, Sinbad is a co-star.
And
let's just start there.
Sinbad. The only thing worse than Jingle All the Way is having to watch a Maple Leafs game. I talk about my fat. See, now he can't come back at me. Maybe we should.
There he is.
Oh, okay. There he is.
Our millennial has returned.
There we go.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean these fucking millennials. They feel so entitled. Now he has to go probably get some sort of craft fucking beer.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Latte,
espresso, double pump.
We're back.
Something.
Okay.
Yeah. We're back.
Yep.
Hey, I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Well, there is absolutely no reason for you to go back and listen to this podcast this week. Just go ahead and just trust. It's good. It's good. We stayed radio silent until you came back, and it's all good.
Well, everybody slowed down like a robot, and I was like, they probably thought I just like made a joke and tried to mic drop and like walk away, but I don't know what happened.
The timing was pretty good.
Hold on.
You were frozen for a minute.
You made a joke? You made a joke?
Huh? Yeah, you don't have rolls anymore, do you?
Oh, I'm starting to get them back, dude. After the holiday season, geez.
Yeah, me too.
No.
Well, so what I was saying before we
you know,
had some technical difficulty, but
yes,
ruined the show.
like the vacation movies. So as a kid growing up, that was just a funny movie. But as I've gotten older, I had my own kids. The Chevy Chase Griswold character. We talked about this in a holiday episode.
Oh,
I
can see that being a guy movie. Yeah.
Yeah, just it's a different type of guy movie. It's a dad just trying all he can to do something nice for his family and all this. To me, that's a different type of guy movie. But it's a guy movie. A guy trying to, with his family and all that stuff. Some of those Steve Martin movies with he's got all the kids and the family and stuff. It's just different. It's different.
Was that Parenthood?
Parenthood.
Yeah.
Right, stuff like that.
Oh, it's like Cheaper by the Dozen with Hilary Duff.
Right.
The Man with Two Brains.
That's the one I know.
The Jerk. No, but yeah.
So
I've never seen The Jerk.
Huh?
I haven't either.
I've never seen The Jerk. I own it
Everybody
on DVD,
tells
and
me how
I've
good it
never
is.
watched it.
Oh, really?
It was me and a buddy bought it. One of those $5 bins. We're like, we never seen it. We're gonna sit down and watch together. And it was one of those that we just never could connect, and I just never got around to seeing it.
It's a 70s movie for sure, but it's funny. It's one of his better movies. Yeah, for sure. He's very good in that. So
I'm gonna have to take a look.
All right, so we mentioned a few movies. So what about some of your other characters? We're talking about James Bond. What about some of your favorite fictional guy movie characters? We mentioned Mr. Griswold, James Bond. Who else? Obviously, you said John McClane from the Die Hard movies,
right?
Yeah. Now selling fucking car batteries. Have you seen that commercial?
Yeah, that's something else.
That's kind of a bummer, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Man's got to eat. Man's got to eat.
Rocky is definitely one of them.
Yep.
Rambo.
So you mentioned
Rambo.
You mentioned Tombstone. Brian, what did you say your big one was? What was? Oh, James Bond. James Bond was yours.
James Bond, definitely one of my fantasy male characters. Yeah, go ahead.
My biggest one, really my favorite of what I consider to be a guy movie, is the entire Terminator series. The Terminator movies. Now, I've professed my love. I'm obviously a fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've brought it up a few different episodes on this podcast, but not even just him. But the thing that I like so much about the Terminator series is not only is it entertaining from an action perspective, but the storyline. Did
you even like it when it got weird and got confusing?
Oh, when they did was it Salvation, where they did kind of overlap, but he wasn't the main character. Christian Bale was in that one.
Yeah,
that wasn't a bad movie. I didn't really take it as. To me, it's still kind of 1, 2, and then 3. That came out way later. But honestly, my favorite of them is T2 Judgment Day. Is I think the best one. And how rare is it that the second movie in a series is pretty widely considered the best one?
Sure.
I don't think I'm alone in that. I think Judgment Day kind of tends to be the one that people look back on the most fondly. But yeah, the Terminator, the storyline of Terminator was always very intriguing to me. And you could even make the debate: are we kind of living that out now,
in that direction,
slowly surrendering, everything to machines little by little over time? But it's a really interesting concept. And I've always loved the storyline of Terminator. I love that little bit of sci-fi, futuristic kind of stuff. And
what about Predator?
Predator's a great guy movie. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Predator's a good one.
When just the ultimate scene of them when they shake hands in the bar or wherever they're meeting up to go helicopter.
The meme picture with where they're clutching hands. Yeah.
And the dude always shaving his head with the blade.
Yeah.
And Jesse Ventura.
Yeah. I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be up there in one of the ultimate guys.
It's a good one.
Thinking of all the quotes and the visuals of it. That might be one of the ultimate guy movies.
I'm not a big action movie person. It's fine, but it's got to have a good storyline. I don't, I'm not a Steven Seagal fan or whatever. You know what I mean? Random. Give me something, storyline or acting. Give me some sort of something to connect to or whatever. I'm also a big fan of. I would argue pretty much any movie that Mark Wahlberg has ever done is a good guy movie. He tends to take a lot of roles that are in that vein. And my favorite of those would probably be Four Brothers. But there again, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. Inner City Detroit. guys adopted troubled kids. They grow up and their mother's murdered in Detroit, and they have to kind of band together, find out who did it, take down the mob guy. And Mark Wahlberg is the oldest brother. It's him and Tyrese Gibson and Andre 3000 from Outkast. And there's another kid that's in it too. But I always like that movie. But it's got a really good storyline. I always like that one. I don't think that's one of his more popular movies.
Speaking of Mark Wahlberg and Veins, Boogie Nights.
There you go.
Have you ever seen that one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Dirk Diggler. Yeah.
Dirk Diggler. Very good guy movie.
Yeah. Great sandwich.
John C. Reilly.
Mike's place, too.
Those two
That's
were
right.
fantastic together. John C. Reilly and him, their friendship and all that. Just all the way down. They bottomed out and they got their crap together and stuff. That was pretty good.
That's another, maybe not character, but actor. John C. Reilly is in a lot of great guy movies.
This weekend, and this could be a good guy movie too. This weekend, for the first time, I finally saw Kong, Skull Island, and he was incredible.
That movie,
it was awesome. A good amount of his character was good, but he was also the comic relief too.
Right,
but
and kind of the heart.
I mean, just a great and the heart. Yeah, he finally gets home at the end, and spoiler. Sorry, but yeah, it was a great movie.
Brie Larson's tits should have had their own credits at the end, rolling credits. Jesus.
Yeah, they were in there.
Yeah, barely. I mean, that fabric was on its last thread, I think.
Yeah. She was trying to give Jessica Biel in Texas Chainsaw remake a run for her money.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a popular part of that movie. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I like the Terminator movies.
And kitties.
We were talking about comedies. You guys have like comedy guy movies, things like that you. Oh shit! Hold on, before we.
Passion of the Christ.
There it is. That's the one.
One of the funniest movies of all time. Very, very quotable. I can't tell you the time we're sitting around having a beer and Dean has to quote Passion of the Christ. Ow, my hands. Ow, my hands. That's terrible.
Oh, we're blowing this up.
That's terrible. Comedies, you said. Comedies,
yes.
Nick. Yeah.
Well, before I was going to switch to comedies, one last great guy movie franchise that I think we'd all be remiss if we did not mention, Indiana Jones.
Yes.
You know what? I was just going to say that.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. And once again, to me, the second one is one of the better.
Temple of Doom. Yeah.
Temple of Doom. I mean, once again, I'm not saying it's better than Raiders, but it's up there.
I prefer Temple of Doom a little bit. They're very good.
It's definitely better than all the skulls and whatever the recent ones.
Don't forget the Crystal Skull one. Their Kingdom of the whatever it was called. With the aliens at the end. Yeah.
Not that good. You cannot beat the first one. The first one was
top men.
Absolutely. And then the third one with Sean Connery come back as his dad and all that stuff.
That was good.
Fantastic. Yeah.
What was that one called?
That was
Lost Crusade.
That's right.
Last Crusade. I'm sorry. Last.
Crusaders of the Lost Ark.
That's right.
The premises got a little flimsy. I mean, it was just like really, but the first one was. I mean, they're all fantastical, of course.
Yeah.
But as a young boy growing up, man. I mean, think about Harrison Ford back then. He's Han Solo.
Yeah.
So that was right around the era of what Empire Strikes Back, something like that. And then he comes on with, Raiders of the Lost Ark. That was huge. And then Blade Runner he made back then too, which is also pretty good.
Yeah, he was killing it.
Yeah. So definitely one of the quintessential guy movie actors, Harrison Ford. But yeah, Indiana Jones great movies.
A little off topic, but you're starting naming Harrison Ford movies, and it's not a guy movie totally. It's a drama. But you guys remember Regarding Henry? Yeah, great.
I don't know about that one.
It is. I mean, it's a drama. He goes into he gets shot in the head, and he survives and he recovers, but he's like lost everything. Like he has to learn how to walk, speak, talk, and he doesn't remember his whole life, and he has to piece his life together. I mean, I'm not going to say they're not the show for it, but it's a great movie. I just want to bring that one up. Made me think of it.
Okay.
All right, so we're coming up on
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
All of the Karate Kids. All right.
How many are there?
In canon, Because they have the one with the Smith boy. I don't consider those canon. So
should be arrested.
Right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the series.
Huh. Okay.
Because the Hilary Swank one is still in that universe.
Mm.
The,
Yeah,
the Miyagi-verse.
First two.
Hmm.
First two.
All right.
Never seen one.
Never saw the original.
Huh.
Nope.
Well, I guess it was 84.
Right.
Yeah.
So
you're still backed up in your dad's balls, right? 84?
84. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Negative
Right.
4. Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. 3 ninjas was the deal when we were kids.
You should have really
Three
ended up in a
ninjas.
sock.
3 ninjas.
Oh, boy. Okay, so before we get into some of our favorite guy comedies, it's a good time to take a little break.
Yep.
And
Stretch
then we'll
feet.
come back with some of our favorite
Stretch your
guy
legs,
movie comedy.
stretch your feet.
Stretch your feet.
Stretch your feet. You can stretch your feet.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Go ahead and curl your toes back. Just calm down. Stretch your feet out.
I'll make your toes curl.
Stretch your feet just like Leonard Nimoy in that movie.
That's right.
Yeah. Leonard Nimoy stretches feet. I think that's what it's called, actually.
That is exactly what it's called.
It's just a loop of Leonard Nimoy stretching his feet on carpet, different surfaces, carpet, sand, like velvet,
You like this, don't you?
feathers. You know, it's pretty good.
On the back, I like the shag carpet. That's my favorite.
Yeah, 4.5 hours long, that movie. That's crazy.
I want off the ride. I want off the ride.
No intermission.
You do
just
not
power
expect
through
the
it.
ending when he pees on his own feet. Wasn't expecting it.
All right.
All right.
Sorry, Aaron, for your first read. Of this
What a
particular
great
episode.
time.
Ay. He said, "What did I pay you guys for this? Nothing. Okay. All right. That's
Cool.
fine. That's fine."
What do I pay you to stop saying my business's name?
See? Now you have something here.
We will start naming local businesses, and you pay us to stop.
That's right. We don't charge you for the read to stop. Yes, it's $49.95 to stop.
Yes.
Right. All right, so we'll be back in just a minute with guy comedies. Be right back. Your right hand and pull it over from your right.
Yeah.
That's just like that. Perfect. That's it. Right.
Wait.
Okay. All right. Well, before we get started, Nick, do you need a drink?
Yeah, I could use a drink. Yeah,
there
if you
we
would.
go, bud.
Oh, thank you. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
Movie magic, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Friends helping friends.
Magic.
That's what we do here.
That's right.
Or those two helping each other.
Brian, I could use help with something else over here if you want to
reach over.
Reach off screen real quick.
I am good.
I'm ready.
All righty. And we are live. Dean, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Brian, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. I am ready.
Okay. Not real convinced. I'd like a little more out of you, but
I am ready.
That's why you're here, actually.
I'm going to give you a second to get amped up while I'm counting this out.
Yep.
Okay. And we are live in 5, 4, 3,